It's Carter, man. I normally don't do a video post on the social media on Fridays, particularly not late on Fridays, because I've done them all week and figure I give everybody a break. But I can't help myself because of what just happened. I just got a text message from Kamala, and on my phone. I'm going to have to wash it now, scrub it, cleanse it. But she was saying, as the daughter of immigrants, I understand how it feels to be a first-generation American. Well, apparently, somehow, someone let her know, I don't trust Apple phones. I have an Apple phone. I think they spy on us all the time. Somehow her campaign was informed that I am a first-generation American. My mother was an immigrant from Reggio Calabria, Calabrese, the hardheads. Explains a lot, doesn't it? And my wife, of course, she's an immigrant. She is the only legal immigrant from Honduras in America, as far as I can tell. Actually got her citizenship almost exactly 1 year ago. So Kamala, so BJ, sends us this message, and she's the daughter of immigrants. So now I had to step back and take stock. So now this woman who portrays herself as an African American, I'm black, I was born black, and I always will be black. That's a quote. Now she's telling me, actually, she is Caribbean, admitting finally her father was actually born a Jamaican. He is Jamaican, not black, and she's Indian. So now we got a real mix here. See, a very confused woman. She is a black Caribbean Indian. A lot of ingredients in this woman, a lot of ingredients in it. I guess soon she'll have to throw an Asian. I don't know how she's going to pull it off, but I'm sure she can. As a matter of fact, we know from her little stint she did on Univision yesterday that she's also Latina, like my wife. How do we know that? Well, there she was in front of the teleprompter, which was against the rules of her parents there. But, to Kamala, the African-American, Jamaican, Caribbean, Indian, the rules don't matter. They don't apply. But there she was, and talking to all those Latinos at Univision. They brought a bunch of them in, and there she was telling them how wonderful she is. And in the midst of it, she slipped into a Latino accent. Yeah, all of a sudden, she started sounding like kind of I'd say, I'm very familiar with Latino accents, obviously. As I said, my wife is from Honduras, very proud of her, very proud of that. But Kamala, BJ, kind of slipped into, it sounded to me, to my trained ear for this kind of thing, this Latino accent, kind of a mix between Ricky Ricardo and Jose Jimenez, okay? And by the way, some of you may recall, if you follow my post, that about a week ago I predicted that when she thinks she wants the Latino vote, she will suddenly become a Latina. And sure enough, by golly, there she was talking like this to the Latinos. The phoniness never stops with this woman. There is nobody home with this woman, honest to God. That's why she can lie so much. She can slip from one persona to another, because there is no real BJ Harris, okay? Everything in her life is contrived. You can't point to one accomplishment. And so now we have her, I guess you'd say, Jose Ricardo imitation she uses to try and get the Latino vote. But I hasten to add, she did make a major mistake there. Besides insulting the intelligence of every Latino there, who, by the way, are very smart people, contrary to what she clearly thinks, doing her little Latino performance there, Latina performance at Univision. She was wearing a $60,000 designer necklace while she was telling all of them how much she could identify with their dire straits. Kind of like when she wore the $760 belt buckle while telling the victims of the hurricane that in Florida that she was going to give them $750. They would have been better off had she just given them her belt. And those in that room at Univision would have been a hell of a lot better off, mucho más, had she just given them her necklace. This is what we're dealing with this woman. This woman is horrifying. She is repugnant. She is just vacuous and vapid. And we need to pray to Dios, as she would say now, that she never gets to the Oval Office. Let's do this thing. Stay strong.